subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello students, we have already learned the food items that we eat in chapter 1. You know that different food items eaten in different parts of our country. Do you think that? Why does our body need different kinds of food for some special purpose? So, in this chapter, we will discuss about the components of food. Let's start our chapter 2 from Science of Standard 6th. We know that each dish is usually made up of one or more ingredients which we get from plants or animals. These ingredients contain some components that are needed by our body. These components are called nutrients. The major nutrients in our food are named carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. In addition, food contains dietary fibers and water which are also needed by our body. Have you guesses ever that do all foods contain all these nutrients? With some simple methods, we can test whether cooked food or raw ingredients contain one or more of these nutrients. So first we perform the test for starch or carbohydrate. There are many types of carbohydrate. The main carbohydrate found in our food are in the form of starch or glucose. Take a small quantity of a food item or a raw ingredients. Like you will take a potato and cut it into 2 pieces. Put 2 or 3 drops of dilute iodine solution on it. Observe if there is any change in the color of the food item. A blue-black color indicates that it contains starch. Now the next test for protein. Take a small quantity of a food item for testing. Put some of this in a clean test tube and add 10 drops of water to it and shake the test tube. Now using a dropper, add 2 drops of solution of copper sulfate and 10 drops of solution of caustic soda to the test tube. A violet color indicates presence of proteins in the food item. Next one for fats. Test for fats. Take a small quantity of a food item, wrap it in a piece of paper and crush it. Take care that the paper does not tear now. Straighten the paper and observe it carefully. An oily patches on paper shows that the food item contains fat. The food items may sometimes contain a little water. Therefore, after you have rubbed an item on paper, let the paper dry for a while. Example, groundnut. Now look at the slide. We will show some sources of carbohydrate, fats. These are the combined sources of plant sources and animal sources. At this slide, we will show the plant sources of carbohydrate like melon, mango, sugarcane, papaya, potato, sweet potato, rice, bajra and so many things. And the animal sources of fats are groundnut, till, sunflower oil, coconut oil and so many things. And the animal products of fats are milk, meat, fish, eggs, etc. Now, what do various nutrients do for our body? Carbohydrates mainly provide energy to our body. Fats also give us energy. In fact, fats give much more energy as compared to the same amount of carbohydrates. Foods containing fats and carbohydrates are also called energy-giving foods. Proteins are needed for the growth and repair of our body. Foods proteins are often called bodybuilding foods. Vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. Vitamins also help in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy. Vitamins are different kinds known by different names. Some of these are vitamin A, C, D, E and K. There is also a group of vitamins called vitamin B complex. Our body needs all types of vitamins in small quantities. Look at the slide. Some sources of vitamins will be shown in this slide. The vitamin sources of vitamin A are papaya, carrot, mango, milk, etc. The sources of vitamin B are rice, wheat, liver. The sources of vitamin C are guava, green chili, lemon, amla and all citrus fruits. The sources of vitamin D, milk, liver, egg, fish, etc. Vitamin B complex, our body needs all types of vitamins in small quantities. Vitamin A keeps our skin and eyes healthy. Vitamin C helps body to fight against many diseases. Vitamin D helps our body to use calcium for bones and teeth. Minerals are needed by our body in small amounts. Each one is essential for proper growth of body and to maintain good health. Minerals are small needed for each one is essential for proper growth of body and to maintain good health. Now we will discuss the minerals and other sources of food. Beside the nutrients, our body needs dietary fibers and water. Dietary fiber are also known as roughage. Roughage is mainly provided by plant products in our foods. Whole grains and pulses, potatoes, fresh fruits and vegetables are main sources of roughage. Roughage does not provide any nutrients to our body, but it is an essential component of our food and adds to its bulk. This helps our body get rid of undigested food. Look at the slide. Sources of some minerals, sources of phosphorus, sources of iodine and sources of calcium and iron. These are the minerals and these minerals are essential for our food. Now the balanced diet. What is the balanced diet? The food we normally eat in a day is our diet. For growth and maintenance of good health, our diet should have all the nutrients that our body needs in right quantities. The diet should also contain a good amount of roughage and water. Such a diet is called a balanced diet. Eating the right kind of food is not enough. It should also be cooked properly so that its nutrients are not lost. A person may be getting enough food to eat, but sometimes the food may not contain a particular nutrients. If this continues over a long period of time, the person may suffer from its deficiency. Yes, we will discuss the deficiency diseases in this topic. Diseases that occur due to lack of nutrients over a long period are called deficiency diseases. If the diet is deficient in both carbohydrate and proteins for a long period of time, the growth may stop completely. Deficiency of different vitamins and minerals may also result in certain diseases or disorder. All deficiency diseases can be prevented by taking a balanced diet. Even excess of certain nutrients is harmful for the human body, like too much fat cause obesity. Now the last one is deficiency diseases. Look at the slide. I will show a chart of deficiency diseases in your screen. In this chart, we will differentiate the name of vitamins and minerals, their deficiency, their symptoms, and the causes of which deficiency to which disease or disorders. First is vitamin A. Vitamin A causes the loss of vision. The symptoms of this disease is poor vision, loss of vision in darkness, sometimes complete loss of vision. Second is vitamin B1. It's cause the disease beriberi. Its symptoms is weak muscles and very little energy to walk. Now next is vitamin C. It's cause the disease scurvy. It's the symptoms of this disease bleeding gums, won't take longer time to heal. Next vitamin D. It's cause the disease rickets. The symptoms of this disease is bones become soft and bend. Next is the mineral, that's the calcium. It's disorder the bone and tooth decay. Weak bones and tooth decay are the symptoms of the deficiency of calcium. Next mineral is iodine. It's cause the disease goiter. The symptoms of this disease is glands in the neck appear swollen, mental disability in children. The last one is iron. The deficiency disease is anemia. The symptoms of this disease is weakness. So this is the whole chart of deficiency diseases and the deficiency caused by these minerals and vitamins, and what is the symptoms of these deficiency and diseases. In this chapter, we have studied the major nutrients of our food like carbohydrate, fat, vitamins, minerals and so on. All these components are compulsory in our diet because some gives us energy, some need for maintenance of our body and growth, and some protect our body against diseases. In short, we will say that all the components are necessary in a balanced diet that you have taken, because these components protect our body against deficiency diseases and obesity also. Okay, good day.